Ciao ragazzi! Can you solve this grade 9 probability question? Now, the first step is look at this and turn the words into algebra. So Gary is blind and hence picks socks at random. He has a pile of black socks. I prank him by adding 5 white socks, hoping he gets odd socks. It works with probability 6/11. How many socks were in his original pile? Right, let's turn the words into algebra. So he's blind, he picks socks at random, that's okay. He has a pile of black socks. Well, what is the pile? Let's say the pile, he has n black. I prank him by adding 5 white socks, so let's write this down in a different colour. So he has 5 white socks now. And hoping he gets odd socks, so he can either get white and then black, or he can get black and then white. And this is the only ways he can get odd socks. And now the probability altogether is 6/11. Well, let's just draw the diagram, draw the tree diagram. So this is his first pick, and this is the second time. So let's see, pick white, black, and this is white, this is white, this is black, and this is black. Well, we want this branch white then black, and we want this branch black then white. So the probability he picks white the first time, now remember this is going to be without replacement, so the first time he picks white is going to be, well, it's going to be the number of white socks, which is 5, divided by the total. Well, there's only white and black socks, so the total is going to be n plus 5. Now for the black socks, how many black socks do we have? Well, we still have n black socks here. But how many white socks do we have? Sorry, how many socks do we have in total? Well, now it's n plus 4. Now here, we'll go to this branch. How many black socks are there originally? There are n, and in total there are n plus 5 socks. Now we go to this branch. Well, what's the probability of picking white the second time? Well, the second time the probability is going to be, well, we still have 5 white socks because we didn't change it, and this time we just picked a black sock. But the total again is going to go down. Well, now we think, well, the probability that prank works is 6/11. So again, let's turn that into algebra. So it's going to work if we get this or this, right? So white and black, remember that's the AND rule, that's times in. So we're going to use 5 out of n plus 5 times n over n plus 4. Now this is white and then black. And we're going to add the probability of getting black and white. The probability of getting black and white is n over n plus 5, and then you've got to times that by probability to get on white, because it's black and white, right? And that's going to be 5 over n plus 4, and this is equal to our magic number, 6/11. Let's go for it. So let's take a step back. Right, I'm just going to write this a little neater. I'm not actually changing anything here, I'm just rewriting it. So 5n over n plus 5, n plus 4. Just literally joining those together. Here it's plus 5n, and it was a plus here because it's or, remember? So it's white, black, or black, white. And it's going to be the same thing on the denominator. And on the right hand side, I'm not going to change that, it's going to be 6/11. Well, let's go ahead. I mean, these two have the same denominator. So I can just add these straight away. So I'm going to get 10n. And then they have the same denominator, so the denominator doesn't change. N plus 5, n plus 4 equals 6/11. Let's times this out, so let's times by this bottom denominator and times by the 11. So we're going to get 11 times 10n, it's going to be 110n. And then this is going to cancel the 11 here, when we times by 11. And then on the right hand side, we're going to have 6 times n plus 5 times n plus 1. Sorry, times n plus 4. And I've just times by the denominator on both sides. So let's expand this out. What do we get? You get 6. I'm going to write 6 and then a big bracket to say that I've got, it's 6 times everything here. So I'm going to expand this out, so I get n squared. And then it's going to be n times 4, n times 5, which is going to give 9n altogether. And then I'm going to get plus 20. To expand this out, this is equal to 6n squared. Plus 6 times 9 is 54, 54n plus 120. And this is equal to 110. Well, 110n, my apologies, So now let's rearrange this. So we're going to get 0 equals 6n squared. The difference between this and this is going to be minus 56n plus 120. Let's divide the entire thing by 6. So again, 0 equals n squared. Apologies, we'll divide by 2 first. So you get this when you divide by 2, and plus 60. And now, what can we do here? So you can have a plug this into the quadratic formula. If it's a calculator exam and you have your calculator, I'll do that, that's the quickest method. Or try and factorise. Let's use the AC method. So it's going to be A times C, which is going to be... Now if you don't know the AC method, go and learn this. It's very useful. We want two things at times to give 180, and then add to give minus 28. So here, clearly we're going to get... Oops. So clearly, two numbers at times give us 18, and add together to give minus 28. We're going to get minus 18, minus 10. So I'll just rewrite this as 0 equals 3n squared minus 18n minus 10n plus 60. Then I factorise this side and factorise this side. So this is 3n, n minus 6. And here I'm going to get minus 10 times n minus 6. What I've done here is factorise this side and factorise this side. And then I see there's an n minus 6 common in both, so I can take that out. I get n minus 6, and then here it was times by 3n, here it was times by minus 10. And this is still equal to 0, remember? So now we know how to solve this. When we have two brackets equal to 0, one of those brackets has to equal 0. So first of all, let's try n equals 6. That implies that n equals 0. n minus 6 equals 0 implies that n equals 6. Now let's try the other bracket. We have 3n minus 10 equals 0. Rearrange that, you get 3n equals 10. Divide by 3, you get n equals 10 over 3. Boom, we're done. We're done. So the number of socks in Gary's black pile to start with was 6 or 10 over 3. Well, not quite, we're so close, almost there. 10 out of 3 is not an integer, it's not a whole number, so that doesn't really make sense for the number of socks. I mean, unless it's cutting socks in thirds, but that's not what we do, that's not what we do. So, we have to get rid of this final answer. And in the exam, or if you're not doing your exams in class, write a little note saying, discard this because we have to have a whole number of socks. And therefore, our final answer is n equals 6. I hope you enjoyed, thanks for watching. Boom!